Good morning, guys. It's hump day, it's Wednesday, and it's day 59 of your 60-day challenge if you're doing your 60-day challenge. If you're just logging in for the Wednesdays and Saturday mornings, welcome. We're going to get into our full body session now in a second as soon as I mute myself because I can't stand hearing myself. All you need today, like we say in our comment section there, is your kettlebell or equivalent and a little bit of floor space. So take this next few minutes or a few seconds to get yourself set with your space. Get your tunes set up the way you like it. Have your water to hand. We've only got 5-second windows for rest today, so we're going to have to be working continuously, so you're not going to get much for a sup of water, but hey, keep it handy if you need it. One kettlebell will do the job. You don't need a full array of equipment. That's the whole idea behind these sessions. You get a full body workout at home or equivalent with as little equipment as possible. Okay, we'll let a few more people come in online, and then we'll get going. Say hello on the chat if you or somewhere in the world that's more interesting than where I am. Any questions, any problems, just give us a shout. Let us know how you're getting on, and hopefully we can get them answered for you. Okay, so another couple of seconds, we'll let a few more people come in online, and then we'll get going. So if you guys are watching this on record, you're still in bed right now, give us a comment below after you've completed it, and just let us know how you got on. So we've got 5 exercises to get through today. Each exercise is going to be lasting for 60 seconds. We'll split it 30 and 30, left and right. 5-second window, move on to the next exercise. Okay, guys, so let's get into our warm-up now. So we're going to start with some lunges. We're going to start with our feet hip width, big stride forward, drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push through the sole of the foot, and come back up tall. Simple as that. Nice and slow. Take your time. We're mobilizing the joints and all the tendons and ligaments and muscles. So it's bringing the body up to temperature. We're not just jumping straight in. That's when we end up injuring ourselves, tweaking something, which could lead to a larger injury down the line if it's not addressed. Okay, so from there, we're now going to go into squats. At the bottom of the squat, I want you to push the knees out with your elbows. Eva, hello, how are you? Good morning, come on in. Hook your fingers under your toes, raise your hips nice and high. Stretch out your hamstrings and your lower back, and then sit yourself back down into your squat again. And every 3 to 4 seconds, we're just transitioning from hips high to hips low. Keeping the soles of the feet flat on the floor, because we're at the bottom of a perfect squat. Heels do not come up off the floor on a squat. That's it, nice work. So a couple more reps. And then we're going to go into the plank position. Okay, so let's walk those hands out into the plank position. Hands beneath the shoulders, fingers splayed, full contact with the sole or the palm of the hand. Bring your foot forward, right foot beside right hand, drop the left knee to the floor. And then a big arm rotation. Twist that torso as much as you can. And then back change other side. Left is forward, big arm rotation. Twist as much as possible. Hip flexor, groin, T-spine, and change. That's it. Nice and slow. Take your time. Put the emphasis on the range of movement. If you're just out of bed, we're waking that body up. And you're definitely going to be awake after this session anyway. Okay, back into the high plank position. Walk your hands all the way in. Tip your toes. Walk the hands all the way out. And give me a push-up. You can use your knees for the push-up, that's fine. Between 4, maybe 5 push-ups. And then we get into our bridging. Okay, so next time you're into the plank position, after your push-up, onto your back, knees bent, heels on the floor, drive those hips into the sky. You're getting your hamstrings and glutes. Hamstrings on the way up and down, and glutes at the top. So the higher we get our hips, the more you're going to get your glutes. And we want to switch those glutes on, get them working, because the first exercise we're going into is kettlebell swings. And it's 60 seconds of kettlebell swings. Okay, let's go individual leg now. A couple of reps on each one. And then changing. And then changing back. And then changing again. And back to 2 feet on the floor. Keep driving those hips up. So we're going to go 60 seconds worth of kettlebell swings. 5-second breather. 60-second worth of staggered deadlift. 5-second breather. 60-second worth of gorilla row. And then we've got our offset push-ups. And then we've got our shoulder taps to finish off the 5-exercise sequence. Okay, up we come. Grab your bell. Quick slug of water if you need it. We're going to be going into our swings in a couple of seconds. Let me just start my timer. And again, any problems, any questions as we work, just stick them on the screen and we'll do our best to get them answered for you. Right, 10 seconds, we're into swings. We're going to try and go right hand for the first 30 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're going into swings, driving the floor away with the soles of the feet aggressively, keeping the abs tight at the top, keeping the shoulder blades pinned back at all times. I'm going right hand for the first 30 seconds, left hand for the second. If you're struggling, bring your other hand into play. Find the level that works best for you and taxes you with the best technique possible. I'm changing hands in 2, 1, changing in front of the eyes, and off I go. When you're changing hands with a kettlebell swing, guys, you do it where you can see it. That means in front of the face, not down between the knees. 15 seconds. Then I'm going to stagger my deadlift stance. So my feet are going to be hip width. I'm going to have my left foot in front, my right foot very slightly behind, and I'm going to do a deadlift with the right hand holding the bell. And into our staggered stance, left in front, and we're going staggered deadlift. So I'm looking to target the left hamstring, left butt cheek. Now, if you're finding this is easy, or you want to add an extra dimension, let's bring a pull into play. So remember, it's a deadlift first, but the pull just adds that extra power output body requires. 5 seconds, 4, changing in 3, 2, 1. Stagger change and go. So I'm going to start with just the deadlift. Dial in the technique. If you're unsure of the posture or the foot placement, have a look now. And then if you're happy to keep going, drive that bell further to the chin and the arm will steer it. 7 seconds and we're into bent over row. It's a gorilla grip. So that means the knuckles are facing out to the right when you're in the right hand. Palm faces across the body. Do not rotate your wrist. Your hand stays 90 degrees from your body. So your knuckles are pointing to the right, palm is pointing to the left. As you draw that bell in, we don't rotate and twist on the wrist. We focus on the lats contracting. 5 seconds, I'm changing hands. Don't be afraid to use your knee or your elbow on your knee. Change hands. I'm isolating my lat here. I'm really focusing on contracting through the lats to draw that bell up. And I've got to squeeze my abs as well. Otherwise, that kettlebell will win the battle and pull my body off kilter. I want to keep my shoulders parallel with the floor. After this, we're putting the bell on the floor. I'm going to put my right hand on the bell to stagger my push-up position and create a deficit. Okay, bell on the floor. Right hand on the globe of the bell, not the handle. Let's go, push-ups. Dropping my chest right down into that deficit created. Squeezing my abs, pushing through the whole palm of the hand. Continuous reps, not at a crazy pace, just at a full range of movement, continuous pace. Changing now. Left hand is now on the bell, right hand is on the floor. And then after this, we're going to be going into 60 seconds worth of shoulder taps. That's going to be a toughie. Stay with me on it. 15 seconds left. Chest all the way down between your hand and the bell. Squeeze those abs, knees if you need them. 3, 2, 1. Ditch the bell. Plank position. High plank on the hands. And let's go. Right hand to left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder. I want you to go slowly because I want to focus on the abs. I'm not letting my hands get out in front of my face. My face and head is out in front of my hands. I'm using full surface area contact with the palm when it's on the floor. And I'm squeezing my abs to take the pressure when one support structure leaves the floor. 30 seconds left. Then we're back up into our second round of 3. And it's into swings. Shoulder taps are tough, especially after the push-up work. Focusing on the abs. 15 seconds. Big squeeze on the abs when you take one hand off the floor. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Up swings. 3, 2, 1. Right hand swings. Let's go. And if you're starting to get tired and your technique is breaking down as a result, that's when you bring the other hand in to help. So 3 points to focus on as always. Aggressively through the soles of the feet. Shoulder blades pinned back. Abs tight. 5 seconds of changing to the left. And change left in front of the face. It's going to be a staggered deadlift. Next, remember that high pull. If you want to bring an extra little bit of exertion to the whole process. 10 seconds. Staggering the stance, left foot in front, right hand on the bell in 3. And right hand on bell. Left foot in front, pin the shoulders, feet hip width, and let's go. Deadlift, and then high pull to the chin. And remember, you're driving that bell to the chin. You're not pulling it. The name is a bit misleading. It should be a high steer, as in you're steering the energy in that bell to the chin. Same as a swing. Sole of the foot on the floor engaged. Abs tight. Shoulder blades pinned. Change sides. 20 seconds. Whew. It's all about that right hamstring, right butt cheek. 10 seconds, we got gorilla row. 3, and rest. Right hand on the bell. Shoulders back, chest out. Palm facing to the left. Big pull on that lat. My left elbow is on my left knee for a little bit of support. Abs are tight. Focusing on the right lat, contracting to draw that bell up. 15 seconds to change. Resisting the urge to swing the body. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change to the left hand. Slow, controlled. Release to the floor. We release through the lat. We don't pull with the arm, we pull with the lat. And the arm is just a tool of the lat. 10 seconds. And offset push-up. Put the kettlebell on the floor, put your right hand on the globe of the bell, and let's drop that chest now into the deficit. And then we push uniformly through each palm. Squeeze the abs and get as far away from that floor as our arms will allow. If you're struggling, don't be afraid to bring the knees in to help. 10 seconds, then we're changing sides. And change sides. So after this, it's not going to be shoulder taps, it's going to be hip taps. So we're just changing the angle slightly. What are we at? 15 seconds. Whew. Hold palm, squeeze the abs. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, high plank, hip taps. Let's go. Nice and slow. Keep the abs tight. And every time you hit yourself on the hip, use that as a cue to keep those abs tight. The head is out in front of the hands. The hands are fully engaged with the floor. When you raise a hand off the floor, it's controlled. And you're squeezing the abs to compensate. 30 seconds. And then we're into our last round of everything, starting with swings. Whew. 18 seconds. Stay with me. This is a toughie. Keep the abs tight. You got this. Set your day up right, guys. And rest. Up to swings. That's the toughest one. Okay, on swinging, let's go. Right hand, last set of swings. So we're trying to emulate the same squeeze on our abs with the swing as we were just doing with the shoulder and hip taps. Oh man. 10 seconds, we're changing hands. Soles of the feet flat, aggressive. And change hands. Last 30 seconds of swings. Staggered deadlift is next. Nice work. You've come this far. Stay with it. 12 seconds. Then the bell goes back to the right hand. And we're staggering with the left foot in front. And staggered deadlift. Right hand on the bell, left foot in front. Set those shoulders. Let's go. The abs have to stay tight on this one. Otherwise, you're going to lose your posture. And you're going to end up having to pull with the arm more than drive with the leg. We do not want that. We want that left leg doing 99.9% of the power. And the right arm steers. Changing sides in 3, 2, 1, change. And off we go. It's so hard to maintain that posture when you're fatigued. So you got to take that extra second before you initiate the lift to dial in that technique. And a little bit of visualization goes a long way. 5 seconds, and then it's gorilla row, and gorilla row. Put the bell in your right hand, shoulders back, chest out, 90 degrees to the hips. Let's go. Do not rotate your shoulders. Keep your shoulders and your upper body parallel with the floor, and that's the job of the abs, to maintain that rigidity. No rotation on the wrist. 10 seconds, changing sides. Change now. Again, the focus is on that lat. Really exaggerate your posture. Chest is out. Shoulder blades are squeezed back together. Abs are tight. The elbow goes high up the back. You do not rotate the wrist as you bring the thumb in just beside the chest. 5 seconds, it's going to be offset push-up. And bell down. Right hand on the bell. Left hand on the floor. Let's go. Second last exercise. Remember your posture. Remember the abs. Remember the full engagement on the palm of that hand. Oh, yeah. 6 seconds, we're changing. Change sides. So after this, the shoulder taps have progressed to knee taps. Sorry, hip taps. Hip taps have progressed now to toe taps. If you're struggling to hit your toe, just hit your knees. If you're doing the push-up on the floor with your knees are going to be taking the role of your toes. So don't take your knees off the floor. Just hit your knee on the floor as if it was your foot. And rest. Okay, here we go. Toe taps to finish. Feet hip width. Reach under, hit that toe. Back to the plank. Take a second, reach under, hit the other toe. Don't just touch your toes with your arse in the air. You're returning back to a perfect high plank in between each tap. Slow, controlled, deliberate movements. We do not let the hips sag. What are we at? 30 seconds left to the finish. Keep your abs tight. Keep the palm that's on the floor fully engaged. Slow, controlled. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Whew. Whew. That shoulder tap, hip tap, toe tap at the end. That's a sneaky one. Well done, guys. Okay, grab some air. If you have your water, grab your water now, because we haven't had any time during the session. And if you want to keep the ball rolling on this, get out and do some cardio. So go for a walk, a run, a cycle, a swim. Just keep that heart rate elevated. Otherwise, if you're staying with me for a cool down, let's get into a passive hang. Feet nice and wide. Soften the knees, put the weight on your heels. Stick your butt out the back. And just let the backs of those hands hang to the floor. Shoulder blades are opening out. Relaxing through the shoulder blades. That in turn relaxes its grip on the socket of the shoulder and the ball of the shoulder. Our hips are pushed out the back. We're switching on the hamstrings. The groin is getting a stretch because the feet are nice and wide. And you're trying to let go of all the tension in your body. With every exhale, you become closer to the floor because you're sinking and dropping. You're not stretching yourself into the floor, you're just dropping passively. There's no push. 5 more seconds. Okay, up, turn the toes to the right, drop the left knee to the floor. 2 hands or elbows on that knee, tip that knee forward. Relax through the shoulder blades. Wow, I'm awake now. Well, I'm awake now. You and me both, Nick. Okay, let's change other side. Yeah, there's no going back to sleep after this session. If you haven't had your coffee already, go have it now after this. Well earned. Ready for bed now, Nadine. You've only been up 20 minutes, I'd say, Nadine. Proper way to start the day, though, guys. When you do a session like this in the morning before the rest of the day kicks off, it definitely changes the focus to a more positive one, and that's hump day positive focus, which is a good thing, because on hump day Wednesdays we tend to just kind of let the reins go a bit and it slips into Thursday, Friday, and sure, it's the weekend. Let's just forget about it until Monday. So hit it hard on a Wednesday. Keep it going on a Saturday morning with us at 9 a.m. And then you're setting yourself up nicely for the right attitude on the weekend. Okay, guys, any problems, any questions in the meantime? You know where we are at the end of an email. Otherwise, we will see you live again on Saturday. And have a good day, guys. Well done.